something in the same vein, but Project Veritas is hot and cold for me. You know,
Oh, yeah, of course, they're really hit or
no,
miss.
they are. But sometimes
they're great.
this is one of those times. Project Veritas was in interviewing a former Facebook employee. Okay, this is fucking nuts.
Documents.
I saw things going on that I personally found to be troubling. I knew that something had to be done about it, and so I felt that the best thing to do was to inform the public because they had a right to know.
This is Danny Ben David, a software engineer. On his website, Ben David writes, I am now working at Facebook as a software engineer. I'm part of the problem, I know. In the leaked documents our insider gave us, we came across a back-end view of Mike Cernovich's page. On it, we could see Ben David running an action called Action Deboost Live Distribution. In fact, Ben David wrote the code and may have invented the word deboost. Who is Danny Ben David?
From my understanding, Danny Ben David is a software engineer at Facebook. He did not work at the same location as me, but I noticed that every time I would see this deboost live stream kind of code on there, that his name was always next to it.
And what does it mean when these documents say Action Deboost Live Distribution? What does the term deboost mean?
While I can't speak to what exactly the actions were, when it says reduce live distribution, I'm not a programmer,
Right.
but I can read English just fine. When I see reduce live distribution, it means preventing the distribution of this live feed.
Deboosting is a method of suppressing distribution. This occurs because prompts such as share this video are disabled.
I have had that. I've seen that happen. Have you seen that happen firsthand? Where somebody will be from their channel, but not from their personal page, but from their channel, will post a video and the share icon is gone, so you can't share the video. I've seen that happen.
Interactive notifications are also disabled, and the live feed boost associated with a live streaming video on Facebook is removed. The system converts the live video into text. Machine learning classifies or identifies certain words, and bad words trigger deboosting. Action deboost appears after the word Sigma, which Project Veritas has learned is an artificial intelligence system to block potential suicide and self-harm posts.
So they made this thing. I read about this. They made
Under
this
the guise of we're going to stop you from seeing people get killed and raped, but they immediately,
Yes.
applied it to, okay, yeah, we know what you're doing, you fucks.
exactly that.
The Sigma code was written in 2017, and shortly thereafter, it seems deboost went political. And where did you see this deboost language when you were present in the Facebook facility? Where did you see this appear on whose pages?
I would see it appear on several different conservative pages. I first noticed it with an account that I can't remember, but I remember once I started looking at it, I also saw it on Mike Cernovich's page, saw it on Steven Crowder's page, as well as the Daily Caller's page.
We spoke to Steven Crowder about this, and he was disappointed but not surprised. He told us that this is not the first time Facebook has targeted him. After an April 2016 Gizmodo article, Crowder's live stream was dethrottled. He settled with Facebook out of court.
So when things...
Whoa.
I'm so happy you did the same thing I did.
Whoa! Hey, guys, make sure to sign up for Mug Club. I'm poor. I have fibromyalgia and my dog has cancer.
He settled
with Facebook.
Now, people go, well, what does that mean? Well, what that means is this. Had what they did to him and doing other people what they were doing, the correct thing to do, the morally right thing to do, Mike, would be go, no. I'm not settling with you and signing an NDA. No. I'm taking you to court. Now, why take you to court? Because when you take somebody to court, Then you have
Go through the discovery
you
process.
go through something called the discovery process. And Facebook has to show all of these things that they're doing. Now, a man like Steven Crowder, a moral man.
A good man.
A good man that we get told.
First Amendment hero. A man who has principles, God and family and nation first, right?
Yes.
Okay.
He settled out of court with Facebook for an undisclosed amount.
Get the mugs, folks. Buy them mugs because he's poor. Again, he doesn't have any money, and he needs to crusade now against Disney. He's like a con man.
Are you going to settle out of court with Disney? Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like,
Steven Crowder is turning into Slippin' Jimmy.
He is. You're right.
Steven Crowder is the Slippin' Jimmy of the internet.
I never thought about what would happen if Crowder would have taken Facebook to court. Exactly. Look, what if Crowder won? We don't know. Now, I've had people defend and go, yeah, but if you take Facebook to court, they're going to fight you for years, and you're not. But you're right. They probably will. But understand something. The moment he says, no, I'm taking you to court, they're not going to keep fighting Crowder for years because this would be such a big story that Facebook would have, number one, had to back off. Had Facebook backed off, then Steven Crowder wouldn't have had an NDA and he could have kept going, hey, you did this to me, you did this to me, this is what you did to me, look what you did to me.
Yeah, if Crowder got an undisclosed sum, that means both sides signed an agreement.
Correct.
To basically never speak of each other in that format, in regards to that case ever again. So with the money came also, all right, well, fuck the fact that this is happening to anyone else. Wow, it's Canadian Psycho, ladies and gentlemen.
And when I watch this, it's a good video, still continuing, but it's funny that this just adds more to the fucking why Crowder's a piece of shit.
Yeah, and they just slip that in like it's nothing, like he's a hero. Yeah, he really stuck it to those Facebook guys. No, you didn't. You took a check and you ran.
After an April 2016 Gizmodo article, Crowder's live stream was dethrottled. He settled with Facebook out of court.
So when things are taken down and actually permanently deleted from Facebook, the user will typically get a notification. The user can respond to those notifications, and there are humans that actually read that. Mm-hmm. However, with these deboost live stream things, there was no warning sent to the user. These were actions that were being taken without the users knowing.
That's another good point. David Crocco brought it. We played the video. When YouTube hit Crowder's stream, he acted like he didn't even know what his Facebook was. Remember, we watched the video? I don't even know what my Facebook is.
Yeah, I don't even use it.
I don't use it, dude.
Any of this show up on the task version of the Facebook back end? Did it show up anywhere there?
No tasks were created when these live stream deboosts would occur.
The story of using certain keywords to demote or downrank certain content is not unfamiliar. We exposed similar activities at Twitter during our investigation of them last year.
Let's go to a random tweet.
I'm going to skip through this part real quick because I want to get to the really good stuff. We know about all this.
According to
Smoking
the Insider.
meats.
Here we go.
Do you think that Mark Zuckerberg knows about this activity?
Now, I do not know what Mark Zuckerberg does or does not know. However, what I can say is that at some point, he does need to know what's going on with the company.
Has Facebook ever admitted publicly that they've done this, to your knowledge?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Okay. Did you check pages of people who are not conservative to see what it said?
Yes. At first, I was wondering whether this is...
Can I apologize? By the way, I want to apologize real quick to Filipino Shay. I thought he donated $4.44. He donated $44.44. I'm sorry. Jesus Christ, dude. Thank you,
buddy.
Cabby, just to outdo Filipino Shay, I swear to God, just donated $44.45.
Thank you very much. That's very funny.
Thank you very much. But on top of that, that's really fucking hilarious.
What a dick.
And then Raphael donated, started to see due to Owen and stayed ever since. The YouTube copyright strike process sucks and can't see any reason why you shouldn't be able to stream. Good luck on future actions against Feld. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Oh, I hope it doesn't. I really don't. I'd like to just get this fucking over with.
Of course. Of course,
but these idiots, man, they just look like they love to just drag it out and then just hide, shut their phones off.
Turn their phones off and ignore their Twitter.
Something that I had, you know, a couple working theories. I was like, maybe this is an independent versus mainstream thing. Maybe independent figures on the left are experiencing the same kind of deboosting. But I didn't see that. I looked at the Young Turks page. I looked at Colin Kaepernick's page. None of them had received the same deboost comment on their account.
Well, of course
Is this
not,
your
not
name
them.
right there? Danny
He found
Ben
that
David.
I gotta give him
Deboost live
credit.
distribution.
I gotta give him credit. He did fucking find this Danny dude because Canada's face.
We'd like to talk to you about why this code shows up on all of these pages. And I can give these to you.
Now, can I say how much I hate O'Keefe's jacket? He looks like he should be in Greece with the Project Veritas leather jacket. Like he should be going, tell me more, tell me more. I hate his jacket.
Like, he looks like, you know what? I hope we don't get hit with a copyright strike by Feld Entertainment because he looks like a motocross rider.
No, you can't say that. You're not allowed to say that.
Yeah. Any other?
Look, I get branding. I do. Trust me, Project Veritas. I understand branding as well as the next person. But do the mic box is fine. The mic box with your logo, that's perfect.
Or how about this? How about this? It's going to be your video. Add a watermark to it, you fucking
But
asshole.
It does have a watermark right here, and the jacket, and the mic box. But again, outside of those nitpicks, there's a pretty good video.
Any other comment?
You're James O'Keefe?
I'm James O'Keefe, yes.
They know
Okay.
who he is now.
Well, not much luck in talking to Mr. Ben David. This is Seiji Yamamoto,
This is where it gets fucking nuts.
a data science manager for Facebook since 2015. Yamamoto has had some significant duties. He has worked on informed sharing ranking demotion and the newsfeed reduction strategy. On Facebook's private workplace, Yamamoto makes it clear that he is on a crusade against hate speech. However, his definition of hate speech is troubling. Quote, hate speech needs to be stopped, but there's quite a bit of content near the perimeter of hate speech that we need to address as well.
Here we go.
The perimeter of hate speech.
Unquote. What does he mean by perimeter of hate speech?
Things that aren't actually hate speech, but that might offend somebody. You know, anything that is perceived as hateful, even though no court would define it as hate speech. So there was another document, as I was kind of researching through the workplace function of Facebook, which is the internal Facebook, as you will. I came across a document called Coordinated Trolling on Facebook. And it was
Never heard
this
of it.
troll report where they wanted to address the problem of trolls on the platform.
Just knock a drink
And-
over and run out of the room.
I have an update now. Goddamn, Filipino Shay not to be outdone.
Did he
Just
really?
donated $44.46. Hey, Cabby, I don't think so. Oh, wait, I'm sorry, I have to read it this way. Hey, Cab, I don't think so, darling. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Donald J. Trump.
Appreciate you, boys.
And, of course, AutoShed with $3. When you say Crowder loves his nation, family, and God, which nation is it? Canada and Israel.
It is
and
true.
what they
Well,
could
Israel,
do
then
to
Canada.
combat
You're right, fine. Just Israel.
it.
Seiji Yamamoto
This
and
is-
Eduardo
watch.
Arino de la Rubia are the authors of that troll report.
And so I was looking through this document, and it was clearly kind of designed at the aim to be the right-wing meme culture that's become extremely prevalent in the past few years. And some of the words that appeared on there were using words like SJW. You know, no person on the left talks about SJWs. That's what people on the right say. The MSM for the mainstream media. Once again, the New York Times doesn't talk about the MSM. The independent conservative outlets are using that language.
In Yamamoto's troll presentation deck, he writes that they have a classifier that predicts if a user is a troll. The term troll refers
You want
to
to know some of the words here that are classifiers that they put to... These are words that you use that'll...
Oh, God. This is an old document, obviously.
Yeah, this is 2017.
So you see some of the chatelays and stuff.
Yeah, this is from 2016. These are some of the words that if you post them on your thing, you're going to get deboosted. Cuck, zucked, normie, IRL. Do you think only trolls use IRL? IRL is just shorthand for in real life. Like, what is... And
Lulz is now?
Lulz, Chatelet, and let's hear it.
To an internet troublemaker, listing flagged words such as cuck, normie, lulz, and even MSM, or mainstream media, and others to identify trolls.
So here's the glossary of...
God, I miss the trash doves.
Yeah.
Those were great.
Yeah. Here's
trash doves was great because, dude, for like a good 2 months, every time something happened, like if some girl, like white girl, got beaten up by her black boyfriend and it went viral, or like killed, what? It was just all of the comments were just the trash doves, just hanging.
So we have Kekistan equals satirical ethnic. We know what that means. Ship posting equals posting offensive material on social media. SJW, social justice warrior, equals derogatory phrase for liberals. MSM, mainstream media. Lulz, a feeling of glee. Normie equals normal person, someone who has not been red-pilled. Red-pilled, an illusion of the Matrix, we know that. Kek, from World of Warcraft, often used by online gamers, recently co-opted by trolls. Trash dove, you already said. IRL, in real life. A war cry used by 4chan trolls. First off, that's not what it is. Is making fun of autistic people, you idiot.
Yeah.
You moron. Chatelet, Chatelet, reference to an Italian song that's an eerie association with green frogs. An eerie association with green frogs? Shoe on head, reference to getting an online entertainer, usually a sex entertainer, to do what the viewer requests, now in the context of raids on Facebook Live videos. Overton window is a word that now will be boundary of acceptable public disclosure. Trump has shifted the Overton window so that the politicians can now make racist remarks without repercussions. Title of a 2010 factional book by Glenn Beck.
So
Clear that Facebook
we can't discuss philosophy.
You
anymore?
can't discuss
Okay,
philosophies. That's troll behavior.
is targeting the language of the right and using it to actively suppress their content. The perimeter of hate speech, indeed. The Yamamoto glossary is clearly ant-right.
They're shifting the goalpost. You know, it's one thing if you're dropping the N-word or, you know, things like that, using some
That's
kind
hilarious.
of homophobic or racial slur.
All of that stuff's hilarious.
By all means, you know, that's something that a platform should not want on it. But now you're moving it to things like jokes that conservatives tend to make. And this, like I said, it's based largely around this meme culture. Mm-hmm. So now you're saying what jokes you are and aren't allowed to make, what kind of edgy comment. As long as it's not blatantly hateful, I don't see where Facebook has the right to be the arbiter.
I feel like this chick's
What
one
exactly
of many people who worked at Facebook that got red-pilled from working at Facebook.
I have absolutely, you know, I read an article about that the other day about the moderators.
Guys that moderate comments are getting red-pilled.
One guy was like, I moderate the flat Earth stuff, and then I started thinking the Earth was flat. Like, they really just go, if you moderate it enough, you start going, hey, wait a second, why do we give so much money to Israel?
That's why I always try to throw like a Google the Kalergi plan in there every once in a while. Just get them going. Get the juices flowing.
The engineers at Facebook define trolling and hate speech as, in one slide from Yamamoto's deck, he writes, trolls are involved in many destructive behaviors on Facebook. Yamamoto then lists one example, writing, red-pilling normies to convert them to their worldview, with a link to a YouTube video by Lauren Chen.
So, wait a
Why
minute.
Social.
Mm-hmm. So, having spirited debates and getting people over to your side is now, it's now hate?
It's now hate. That is correct. If you change somebody's mind, according to Facebook, it is considered hateful.
I hate these people.
Yeah. Well, guess what? You know what? That sounds like Kekistani language to me. You're a troll.
Chatelet.
Social justice is cancer.
In this video, I would like to talk about why social justice as an ideology.
You didn't just stop with this.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I don't like her. I skip her too.
Enough roaming millennial. Is that roaming millennial?
That was roaming millennial.
Ugh, enough of this.
Drastically limited bandwidth Auto log out.
Okay, sorry. We got to back out a little bit because you got to see what they did, what they got caught doing. Because this bitch, basically, the one that they're hiding the face, before she left, she took a lot of stuff. Pictures, information.
Oh, yeah,
That's why they're hiding her face.
They have to.
Okay.
He writes, introducing friction via the troll twilight zone will confuse and demoralize them.
What? Troll Twilight Zone. Find trolls' accounts and add them to special GK. When triggered, the users being the troll GK will experience the following. Mind you, we already showed you what being a troll means, saying SJW. Drastically limited bandwidth for a few hours. We've heard of people complaining about this.
We've complained.
Well, I know.
about
I'm
it.
saying besides us, we've heard other people complaining about this.
But it's personally happened to me.
Yeah. Auto logouts every few minutes. Auto direct to home timeline every few minutes, which means if you're watching something, you know, sometimes you're watching and it just takes you to the home. That's what's happening. Comments and posts that they spend time crafting will magically fail to upload. Then users will be logged out. This is data science manager at Facebook. This is an internal their internal system.
This is going to blow up.
On his next slide, he defines the troll twilight zone, saying it will enact, quote, drastically limited bandwidth, auto logouts, and comments and posts will magically fail to upload,
That's
unquote.
happened to me.
Yep, me
Just
too.
below this, Yamamoto writes that his troll twilight zone feature will be triggered, quote, leading up to important elections.
So this feature now will be triggered to control what people say before elections. So we have to be, this is what they're doing. 100% transparent is what they're doing. They are in your face telling you, you don't get to change people's minds because you aren't a lefty.
Unquote. Do you think they're trying to influence elections?
Absolutely. I do think, even if that's not their stated intent, I think, like many people, they believe that the 2016 election of Donald Trump was a fluke. It was something that shouldn't have happened. It happened because all these trolls were sharing, you know, anti-Hillary memes. And meme culture, in their opinion, is what won Donald Trump the presidency. And so it's in their interest as a very homogenous company to kind of shut this down.
Another tactic that Yamamoto describes sounds like outright bullying. Quote, when a user does something egregious,
You thought they were bad. You thought it was bad before?
warranting an account suspension or deletion, we should notify the friend network. Fear of being outed as a miscreant is what regulates behavior in real life, and we should reintroduce that to the online world.
So if you get hit with a 30-day ban or a 7-day ban, I know I don't care and you wouldn't care because fuck them, I don't give a shit. But think about if you're Susan and you work at a company, you know, you're not really political, but you're hanging out in these chat rooms and you go, hey, you know, I think Hillary's a crook and SJW, whatever. Then they ban you for 7 days. They want to post to every one of your friends, basically publicly shame you and go, this person has been banned for hate speech.
Yeah, but I go, all right, the Facebook people, they're all pedophiles, so who cares? We're even.
Unquote. It appears that
How old is this? Yes. Oh, okay.
This video is brand new, but this was
Documents
taken from a
from 2 years ago,
2017. Yeah.
that Facebook is muzzling users to peer pressure them into changing their political ideology.
Wait,
When Project Veritas showed
there's more, though. Fear of being outed as a miscreant. Notified users who accidentally befriend the offender might be more mindful of suspicious accounts, increasing overall herd immunity. Herd immunity?
This is like all this creepy pseudoscience, like this sociology, fucking psychology.
What are we, cows?
Yes.
Notified users who are also offenders
No,
might...
we are legitimate cattle. I mean, let's be
Yeah, I
fair
know,
here.
sure. We don't necessarily need to do many of these to strike fear in the hearts of trolls, so these can be very high-touch notifications.
showed Tactic 2 from the
They
troll
said
report
increasing-
to another
increasing
Facebook insider.
Increasing overall herd immunity because the original draft that said increasing our control over the goyim was just
Was
way
too difficult,
on
yeah.
the nose,
Yeah,
and they
you're
were
right.
like, How do we make that sound better?
The insider thought this was particularly egregious. Some people in Facebook might say that these trolling documents were just wishful thinking, that they were an intended plan that was never implemented. What's your response to people who say that?
While it's very possible and even likely that not every measure has been implemented, there were measures in that document that I did see implemented.
Like which ones?
For instance, they talk about assigning a troll score to accounts. So Facebook has what's called the fake account index, where they assign a score which helps them to determine whether the account is a real person or just a dummy spam account.
Right, which again is something that they started as, makes sense. You want to get rid of bots and stuff. Notice how they do this. They start with these altruistic things.
Oh, they always do that.
And look what they use it for.
And so, rightfully so, they want to delete those accounts. That's okay. They created the troll score so they could help identify using parameters such as words that they would post, pictures, if they were friends with other trolls, and then using that, determine whether this person should be on the platform or not.
So why is this troll score a bad thing?
It's a bad thing because there's no accountability, and especially when they're using machine learning to do this. Whenever an individual actions an account, there is a process where at least you can send a message to Facebook. Most of the time it falls on deaf ears. However, this is all being done without the user's knowledge. There's no recourse for them. And it's being done without, on public figures like Mike Cernovich, Steven Crowder.
We asked Yamamoto about the insider actually seeing a troll score under the fake account index in CRT, Facebook's back-end content review tool. You actually created this report, did you not?
I don't actually have any comment on any of this.
Yamamoto issued a no comment and fled the scene.
I think the biggest thing is that getting the documents, getting video or still pictures of what was going on, that shows that it actually is happening. This isn't rumors. They talk about how right-wingers they come up with all these crazy theories, and that's not actually happening at these social media companies. They poo-poo it. But here it is, and it's in your face.
After leaving her employment at Facebook, the insider came to work for Project Veritas.
So
now she works for Project Veritas. So I mean that's the basic gist of the video. The rest is just yeah, folks, they're doing it. This is a good Project Veritas one. That was a lot of good information to get out there.
Yeah, but what do we do? Private company, dude. It's a private company.
I know.
They do whatever they want. It's a private company.